I wasn't always good at this, but my mom always told me I needed to keep my room clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say. Is that what they say? We've got some experts here going to show you how you can do it. Giddy up. Welcome back, everybody, to your little castle show, Cardinal Cowboy. Trying to keep the world on track here, helping everybody understand who the leaders are in our small business realm. And small business is actually like 80% of all business, because the big guys hire out the smaller companies in business. People don't understand that, and there's just so much work that gets done out there. But Nick Giordano, did I say it right? There it is.
Yeah, Nick Giordano.
Giordano is the owner, and started this company 13 years ago. If you missed that first half hour, everybody, you missed out. But check out, he's got gear, hats, shirts. You can see that these are professionals that do this the right way. We're going to jump in here, and we're going to show you a little bit of the work. First, I want to start off with about, maybe this will tie into the question here about the work that you've done, the before and after. Some of these are dramatic. You're like, holy cow, how did they let their house get like that? And then afterwards, it looks like it was new. Amazing. But what is the biggest mistake that a homeowner makes? Is that tied into what we're going to see here? Ian, you want to start off with that one for me?
Well, yeah, I think probably the biggest mistake some homeowners may make is try and do it themselves.
Okay.
To what we talked about in the first show, it can be done yourself, but if we don't know the exact processes, someone could go and get a power washer and it's just a straight jet stream, shoots out an awful lot of pressure. They're going to mask of Zorro it's going to look like on the home. And so we see it an awful lot as well, especially if mold hides some of that and we'll come through and clean it. You'll see the striping on it. And you can tell if somebody's tried to do it themselves before, which can ruin your siding, which obviously you don't want, but that's probably the biggest mistake I may have seen.
Oh yeah, or taking a lot of pressure to your roof shingles. And
Yeah, I
blasting off all the granules.
I never knew about it. They call it soft wash. I never heard. I just thought you got to pressure. I can hold a hose down and I get that. But if I get that pressure washer, that's really going to get it clean.
Yeah.
But it can cause a lot more damage than
anything. Big time. Yeah, you got to have the right chemicals. You got to have the right system to spray everything down properly. We're guys. More is better. More is better. You can see how big our trucks are outside. We think more is better too, but in a certain controlled way. You got to have the right procedures as well, like Ian just said.
And you're going to end up then causing more damage than you would have ever spent to have it done professionally. And sometimes this damage, it might sneak up on you. A lot of people, are they causing that vinyl to crack a little bit, and from a distance they can't really see, but then 3 years later it starts to deteriorate because they've been doing pressure washing on it?
Yeah, like Ian said, I think the biggest thing is people have oxidation on their homes, which a lot of people do. It's nothing bad, but they'll go out with a pressure washer and start blasting away their siding and put Zorro streaks all through it. So you get the call. Yeah, you'll see them too, man. When you drive around subdivisions, you'll know. But when you call us, you're not going to have that issue. You're going to low pressure clean everything. We'll use a soap detergent to kill it, and with all of our house washes, we'll give you 18-month mold-free guarantee as well. So a year and a half of your service, you have any mold growth coming back, you call me, text me, whatever it is, let me know.
You'll come back a year and a half later, you said?
100%. A year and a half later, we'll make 3,500 stops a year, and I can count on the one hand how we'll have 2 warranty calls this year from people that have mold on their siding, but that's okay. They're in the woods. I think they get a lot of mold out there, so that's no big deal.
All right, let's jump in over here. I'm going to show everybody a little bit of the work. We've got a couple of great before and afters here. So there we go. So this house, beautiful home, and is this an after picture?
This is the after of the siding and the garage, correct?
Okay, so
this would have been the south side of the home, so it doesn't take off a lot of the mold.
Okay. As we scroll through,
you can definitely see some differences. They get more prevalent.
There's an after. Get ready, everybody. And here, looking good.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, those are the good ones. We like watching those.
Holy cow! This is where I was kind of like, people let their house turn into this.
Yeah, and it happens quick. You could talk to some houses and somebody may walk outside and go, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea." And you go, "That's no problem. That's why we're here. We'll take care of it."
That's why you have a business to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an impressive difference. I mean, these are obviously something that makes a big difference. But if you check out your guys' Instagram, there's a lot of great pictures out here. I'm going to just scroll through. Here you got some great montages out here, and I'll put this on the wall for everybody to check this out. But there's the guys doing their work. Big houses.
Yep.
They call that the pressure washer gun, right?
Yep. So you got your lance, you got your gun. We'll do everything on low pressure cleaning for your residential home. As you see, we can squirt 6 to 7 stories high from sand from the ground.
6 to 7.
Yeah, but you're
stories.
going to have some tough spots on the house too, like above the garage here. You may have to ladder up to the gutter line to reach that, and we can safely squirt it from a ladder.
Okay.
But every piece of the siding is going to get cleaned while we're out there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, obviously you guys do know what you're doing and have the expertise. You got a lot of your crew all decked out too. They all have the matching apparel and
Oh yeah,
looking professional.
yeah. When you call us out there, you're going to get a guy you can trust, and you know we've invested in him as well to do the right job. So we'll do a plant and property protection on your house. We'll make sure everything's wetted down and properly taken care of. And now we're going to be soft washing a roof, putting all the soap and moldicide down to kill any of the mold that's growing on there. As you see, we'll go up and down the ladder. We're not putting boots on the roof. We don't walk your roof. We don't knock off any of the granulars. We don't want to fall off a roof either. That's no good for you and me. But you can see that he's low pressure cleaning it, and with very minimal overspray, we'll keep everything wet as we're doing the work, and then off we go. You have a clean roof after we're done.
Yeah, I realize how many people they don't pay attention to the roof. You see those roofs. Is that algae that I understand is growing on the roof many times? It creates those black clouds or whatever it is.
Yeah,
How
in
do
layman's
people know?
terms, it's mold, lichen, algae, mildew.
Okay.
It's all growing on the shingles. Even if you have shingles, they sell now. They're called mold-free shingles. They do tend to mold quite a bit, so we'll end up washing those as well. But whether you have a big roof like this, we'll do these large commercial properties as well. But on this particular house, it looks like we got a good image here. We'll clean all the black stuff. And if you're looking at your house, you're going to see it on the north sides of your home. Is going to be the tall tale sign here.
Yeah,
And you see how it started
one
out,
side
with
of
how
it,
bad it was.
it's where
Yeah,
the sun's coming, I guess, more often.
yeah. You're getting it dried out on these sections of roof. Now this is a huge roof, so they get a lot of shade here. But yeah, as you can see, it looks a whole lot better from the before and after.
Wow. Okay. This is why you hire the experts, everybody. We want to exemplify those guys. Tell me, the residential and commercial, is it primarily residential, or would you have a breakdown there? What would you say?
I'd say give it a good 50-50 split.
Okay.
We'll wash huge buildings, millions and millions of square feet. From manufacturing plants, we'll go into the factory as they're working, surface clean their floors while we're vacuuming out the wastewater and getting all that done so they can keep working. So commercial guys, very highly experienced in that. And the great thing is we started in the residential world. I love the residential stuff too. We will wash your home no matter what you throw at us, whether you're a busy dad, busy mom, you got no time on your hands to wash your house. If you're an athlete, real estate agent, whatever it is, throw it at us. We've seen it time and time again, and we always go back. Everybody loves us.
That's great. Especially, check out those reviews we talked about. 537, only one was less than, but it's still an average. You get 537 reviews, everybody. You're doing something right. 5.0. Great stuff. Ian, tell me a time when you've been in a situation where you had a client that was in a tough situation and you had to go out of your way a little bit to help them. Do you have any examples of somebody? You've been doing this for a little while now. Tell me a little.
Yeah, we would have, you see it every day, and we emphasize to our guys, and even myself and Nick is, we may be out there just to wash at home, but we're going to notice something. We're going to go above and beyond. I think that's something that we tell our guys every day is like, make sure you go above and beyond, whatever it is. And we've seen some instances where we'll be cleaning a roof, and you'll start to see some drippage coming from a section of the gutter that it shouldn't be coming from. Obviously, the clients are unaware of that potentially. So we do let them know. Sometimes what we'll find out is that, there's a clog in one of their pipes. It's just a backfill of water. Let's just get our hands down there, pull the stuff out, and spray the water down, clear up the gutter for them so that they don't have any foundational issues from then on. Or, as simple as, I've been at an apartment complex before, washing a home, and an elderly lady's come through and she's got her bags, and there's water, and I just don't want her slipping, so I offer to take her bags into her apartment for her. So we do stuff all the time. We go above and beyond. We're there to do a job, but we want to go above and beyond.
Yeah, so often it's the case. If you just do that little bit of extra work, it makes the job a lot easier. Helps you get a little further apart. I can't how many times I've seen where something was just in the way and everybody's looking around like, who's going to do that?
Yeah.
Just do it. Get it done. It seems like that's the approach you guys take. Does that help to lead to the success you've had, Nick?
100% it does. A lot of the times, going back to what Ian just said, is we'll get text messages sent in over to the customers when we're finished with the job. We get the before and afters, and we get them too. So we had an instance where a friend of mine had their house cleaned. I took a look at some pictures and said, ooh, that doesn't look like I want it to look. So called the driver right away, said, Lane, let's get back out there. pulled him off that second job site, met me back up, and we made sure everything was perfect for the gentleman before he even knew there was an issue. So we always want to back what we do and do it the right way, and keep the customer happy.
Well, back to do it right the first time, because anytime you have to go back and redo something, you're going to end up, is that a fair one right there? Do it right the first time. Sounds like that's the approach you guys have every time.
Always. Isn't that like what you have to do in life too? You always do it right.
Because if you don't, you spend a lot more time going back to undo it, redo it, and then you just waste a lot of time and money for everybody involved, not just yourself.
100%.
But the business owner, the homeowner, that's not the way to do things. Tell me then, what is the biggest challenge you've seen as a business owner? I can only imagine there's many times, it's running a business now for 13 years.
Yeah.
You've had a few challenges, and you grew from those. You learned from them. Give me a couple of examples, if you will.
You know, we've seen everything from you get calls in the middle of the night and one of your service trucks lights on fire in your parking lot, and you got to be able to handle that right away. Challenges.
Lights and fire.
Blew up right in our parking lot. Nobody at fault. It's just one of those weird things. Another big challenge that we just faced this weekend is a truck going down 64. The frame snapped, and thank God everything was okay. Our driver was fine. But you face challenges, and when you invest, you got $1 million in inventory, and you got a lot of trucks that you're responsible for. The biggest challenge for me is you just have to say, hey, keep your head on straight. Make sure all your guys are safe. Everybody else is safe. We can replace trucks. We can replace equipment, but we can't replace you or the person you hit. So it's always a big thing to make sure everybody's safe. And when you grow, you don't grow too fast, and you want to make sure it's in a controlled environment to where you're doing things right too. You're not just kind of bypassing the little guy. We want to make sure they're handled and taken care of as well.
I think
this approach works well. Ian?
Oh, for sure. And I think we're blessed in the sense of the way that Nick has built this company up to. You're going to ask him a question about his biggest challenges, and he may not know many of them because there's always a plan B. And I think that's something that we always talk about, is that make sure we've got a backup plan in place in case we do hit something, a bump in the road, that it's not going to cause a big issue. So if we do have a truck that's on its way to a job site and there's an issue with it, we're not calling our customers and saying, hey, we got to reschedule, we can't get you in today. It's a quick, get the truck back, get a new truck out. You know, we're blessed, we've got so much equipment to be able to trade in and out and make sure that we get the job done. So while we may face some challenges that, to the naked eye seem like a big deal, to us, because it's so clockwork, it's never really affects us.
That's a mentality, I think, that just pervades for anybody who's going to be successful. And I don't know how many times now it seems like as I run into challenges nowadays, tell me if this makes sense and this is where your head is at, I guess we'd say. But I have something go wrong. I'm like, okay, another opportunity to shine, to come out and figure out what the problem was, be on top of it, come out, and you're going to overcome it, because it's just a matter of sticking with it. And now you've learned, but you've also improved.
Oh, yeah. And I think you're looking at two guys here that we're very blessed in the way of saying, hey, we have a problem, we have an issue. It's one phone call to Ian, or Ian calls me and say, what do you want to do? And within a couple minutes, there's an answer. There's guys on the road. Let's get it fixed. Let's get it rocking and rolling. So there's no downtime. We want to make sure the customer's taken care of. But absolutely, if there's stuff headed your way and there's a problem, let's get it solved in the best way we can right away.
That's how you run a business, everybody. You want to be successful, but you've got to overcome those hurdles. That's why we ask that question, because so often, there's nobody that's going to go into a business without having some kind of challenge, something that's going to, question their strength and durability and stick-to-itiveness. And seems like you guys have obviously come out on top with that. And
yeah.
537 reviews and just people coming back and everything you've got going into running a successful company. With that, we've got another awesome charity we did some work with here recently. We're going to share a little bit of that. We'll get back into some more of our community stuff here. And we're going to finish up with some excitement about media, technology, and the process for to get started with these guys. Stay tuned as we continue here, everybody. Giddy up. Will Bates, everybody. Will Be Inspired. Tell me about the event you got going on here.
Oh, we got a golf tournament today. Got some people coming out to support our military veterans and first responders. Everything that we raise today goes towards benefiting them, mental and physical health, overall wellness, wellness retreats, outdoor retreats, gym memberships. You think of it, you name it, that's what we do. So this is all to benefit them. I appreciate everybody coming out and taking action. Thank you.
We're at Old Hickory Golf Course. Been here for a number of events. Great crowd here.
Yeah.
How many people turned out for this thing so far?
Oh, there'll be at least 170 people here.
170 golfers, everybody. All right, if they need the Cardinal Cowboy to give out some free golf lessons, I might be doing that later. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for that.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Giddy up. We'll see you guys. Giddy up.
His name is Carter Rathwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwish was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. Hey everybody, Cardinal Cowboy here. I want to invite all of you to be part of my new team. No, you don't have to put on a baseball uniform and be a super fan. Now, it would be a good idea to cheer for the Cardinals, the greatest team in the history of the National League. But I'm talking about the Gold Cowboy team. You know, I love to help people follow their dreams and reach their goals in business and in life. So that's one of the reasons why I'm telling you about my friends at My Metal Pro. They help people like you and I acquire gold and silver with a membership that lets you safely buy, sell, and store gold and silver. They make it real easy to get started. My Metal Pro isn't like the big guys you see on network TV or the big coin shops that take a huge commission. So become part of my Gold Cowboy team. Scan the QR code or go to goldcowboy.com and check it out. Giddy up! Well, there you go. Technology impacts us from all sides, and we're going to talk a little bit how that's impacted. These guys have a great story too. But if you want to learn a little bit how to magnetize your media, pick up our book here. This is the #1 seller on Amazon, and yours truly wrote the foreword. They said, Carter, you essentially wrote the first chapter. About 1,800 words. I was supposed to write 500, but I added a little bit to it. But they put my mug on there, but these guys really help you understand the power of media. Willie J is going to be on our show again later this week as a leader. He's got a #1 song. It's outperforming Taylor Swift right now in terms of sales or views or downloads or whatever they do.
Holy cow.
But how does media impact the way? And he's a master. One of our first guests, and he took the video and made himself into what you see today. Willie J will be on. With that, Ian, tell us, you saw a technology opportunity here, if you would. How did you step in here and help change things?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the biggest improvement that technology has given to our company has been for 2 people. It's been to our employees and to our customers. And I think we've used it a lot to make sure the customer experience is high. We don't look at ourselves as just a service industry. We're a customer service industry as well. And we want to make sure our customers are happy. So from our over communication, we sell all our guys up with iPhones and iPads. We know exactly where they're at any given time. So if a customer's wanting to know how long is one of the techs going to get there, we can hop on, we can see exactly where they're at, we can give them a time frame. Our guys are constantly with the CRM. They get access to our customer cell phones. They can make sure that they're getting them constant information on their ETAs, the before and after photographs. And you know, in terms of technology as well, it's as simple. It's to your point, your cell phone that you use to take your videos. You know, we use it all the time to not just update our social media and make sure that we're able to sell the invisible, but we also use it to make sure that the customers constantly know how their home looked before, how it looked afterwards, what the differences were. So as I said, it makes our employees' job a lot more easier than having to file through papers and figure out who's next. Their route is routed efficiently, and it makes the customers' experience a lot better because there's no questions. They know exactly what's happening at any given time.
That's the key to technology, everybody. If you're going to get into any kind of business these days, you've got to be on. I was a number one sales guy in a national company. It was the largest company in the country for a CRM. And a marketing automation system was all built into the same system. But these days, if you're not on top of that stuff, is that where you feel like you've been able to really contribute to help bring things to the next level?
For sure. And it's made, efficiency I talked about earlier. Our big goal is how efficient can we make it so is that we can get somebody's home done and take up as little amount of time as possible for them. Time is the most valuable thing in the world, right? It's the only thing that's limitless, or limited, should I say.
Yeah.
But the more we can make it efficient, the more we can over communicate, we find that it's the best outcome for everybody.
Yeah, systematize, automate, and make your systems go. I mean, we've kind of done a little bit of work along those lines here. But you walk in here, sit down, an hour later, you got 2 full half hours ready to air on ABC. Unless I say something stupid, which does happen from time to time. But these guys are on the ball. But technology is just, there's just so much that has to be innovated. But you were talking about how
It's been unbelievable.
Came in and you had all kinds of papers out
So
fire. And now
yeah,
you
when
said,
when
"Let's
Ian
do it
came
all."
in, well, we were running day and night, and it was on me. And I said, all right, the only thing I know how to do is let's print out a bunch of work order sheets. I'll lay them on a large desk like this, and let's go. You got this job. You got this. You're great at doing this. You're going over here. And I remember when Ian came in and we talked about what would you fix on the trucks. He goes, Nick, I think they look great. Let's go inside the office. I think we got some real work to do. And he implemented all the systems where we're now paperless, and it makes it super efficient. It keeps our customers up to date, and it keeps us knowing where all of our guys are at all times and what they've performed.
One of the biggest areas we've seen is we'll often show up to a job site and we've washed the house and the customers are extremely happy. Oh my God, you guys do decks? Can you wash our deck while you're here? For us to have to then go back and print papers and remember who got what and you're back at the office staple and stuff. All we do now is we go in our CRM, we add it on, we call our employee, we say, hey, we're adding on the deck. They know it's got to be done. And so we can make constant changes throughout the day that don't impact our employees' mindset. They don't have to be worried about, is there going to be something? Do I have to make a phone call to make sure everybody's happy? It's all automated, it's updated, and everybody's on the same page.
Wow, that's the way to run a business right there, everybody, because we all need to have things at our fingertips. It's a matter of, if you're going back and forth, you'll lose a job sometimes because, hey, well, let me get back to you, and you call back like, oh, we had to have that done, and they went and found somebody else. But you can make that adjustment on the fly and do things efficiently. I like the way you said that.
And the best thing we can do is just make it so easy for our customer, whether it be you call us, you go onto our website, you fill out the form to get an estimate. You're going to get an estimate here within the next couple hours, and we're going to make it very easy to use our company to make sure, one, you're getting the job done right by a professional, and two, you didn't have to jump through a lot of hoops. It was very simple to use us, and it was very efficient.
Key to life, everybody. Make things easy. Keep it simple, stupid, they say, and the more efficient you can do that. Automated processes. If I was doing this whole show, pressing all the buttons and titles and everything, it wouldn't get done. Tell me that. I can imagine by now a lot of people are going, okay, I got to hire these guys. What's the process? How does somebody start with you guys?
Super, super simple. You go to our website, cleanprostl.com. You fill out a form. It's very simple, non-intrusive. You'll see it on the TV pulling up here. You fill out some basic information, and you're going to have an emailed quote in your inbox here within the next couple hours. Another great thing is to call me. My name's Nick. I answer the phones. I own the company. You'll be talking to me. I'm an expert at what I'm doing. And we'll get everything done from, hey, I have a lot of questions on my house, or hey, I have a fleet of 200 vehicles I need washed. Can you guys handle it? And whatever you have, whether it be your house, fleet, a large commercial building, I can handle anything you guys throw at us. So call me. I'll get you a quote. We'll find you a service date right then and there. A typical phone call may last between 4 to 5 minutes. There's no pressure. We're just going to give you the information that you need, and we'll handle all the back end stuff to make sure you're taken care of.
Save the pressure for the water pressure, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
That's how you do it, and makes it easy. I like the fact that you still handle the calls yourself.
I do.
You're literally taking those calls, right?
I do.
It goes right to your cell phone.
It does. You'll see me. I carry a lot of phones on me. I'll take your phone call, and I've had a lot of help in the past, and that's from family as well. So when I started this company, my mom was no stranger on running a cleaning business, so she said, Nick, let me help you out and get you rocking and rolling. And what a great job she's done. And then after that, my wife said, hey, after my mom retires, let's get you rocking. And then right after that, my sister answered the phone, which is this gentleman's wife here. So yeah, we've had so much help. We're blessed to have a lot of great people with us. But nowadays you grow as a family and you have a couple kids, and now you're back on the phones. And I think I really found what I love doing. So
That's what is this process. You're the one out in the field and handling this and managing the guys and making sure everybody stays on task.
Yeah.
You've helped make this process a lot smoother, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You know, just as in anything, we try and make it as smooth as possible. And you know, I think throughout there's two ways to get your quote, as Nick mentioned. You can give a call. You're going to get a quote over the phone like that. You can either do it online as well and fill that out. And you know, a big thing that we want to make sure that we separate ourselves from maybe other companies is we're not selling your email. We only want your email address so we can send you the quote. You're not getting marketing emails. You're not getting your spam folder bombarded. It's just as simple as give us your address, let us know the services you need, and then give us your email that we can send it to. And it's non-invasive, as Nick said. We're a no-pressure pressure washing company.
yeah. And when we send our drivers out there, they're not trying to upsell you in any way possible. They're going to go out there. They're going to do what's on their work order, whether you're home or not. There's no funny business. The price that we quote you is the price that you're going to pay. And we like to keep things really simple around here. I had a hockey coach, as you know, Tony Twist, and he always reminded us, keep it simple, stupid.
Yep,
and he would yell at us after every game and every practice, and I think that may have ingrained in my head, and I think it worked out really nicely.
Very easy way to make life more simple. Tell me then, a lot of people may have questions about this. What's the biggest objection? We call it an objection. What's the biggest question that comes up to mind when a new consumer, you're out in front of them, or they're putting together a proposal? What are the biggest questions that come up?
I think one of the biggest questions would be, I know power washing. I can go buy a power washer. What's soft washing? What is that going to entail? I don't know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
It's basically, we're going to wash anything that we can with a low pressure system. It's not going to harm the siding. It's not going to blast it away or push water underneath of it. We're going to put a soap on your siding. It's a proprietary solution that we get custom blended for us. We'll soap up everything that's organic growth, whether it be mold, algae, lichen. I'll get that on a lot of roofs.
I've heard that lichen.
Lichen.
It's not
Bad stuff.
bad stuff.
Yeah.
Not lichen.
Lichen. And we'll soap it up, and it's going to kill the mold. It's going to safely remove the dirt. It's going to. We always call it around the shop. Man, that house just popped. It just looks really nice, and a lot of the lighter siding homes look really, really good when we're done.
Well, there you have it, everybody. And so there's a lot of the objections that you may run into, but these are experts. Ian, tell me, what is your biggest objection you hear from people?
Not necessarily objections, but I think there's some hesitations maybe in terms of, you know, again, you're providing a service which is invisible. It's not a product. You know, it's not like somebody knows exactly what they're getting from the website. They know, okay, if I get this is exactly what I'm going to have. So we're selling an experience, and so from our standpoint, there's like, you may find, well, how is it going to look? Is this actually going to come off? Is my house going to look like it was before it was like this? So you'll get a lot of those hesitations at times, but you'll find out more times often than not, that the customers are over the moon with the service and the level of cleanliness of the home.
There you have it, everybody. We've filled up 2 full half hours, experts sharing their knowledge to help us understand. And get your house cleaned, everybody. It's going to make the value of your house go up. And if you ever want to sell it, or just keep it in order, because these things can get worse and worse, can cause deterioration and other bigger problems. Stay on top of it. Stay tuned for more, everybody. It's your little castle show. Get up.